Alright, hello and welcome everybody back to Katawa Shoujo. So we left off talking to Misha, and yeah, I don't know what is going to happen now. I really hope that Amy isn't a done deal yet. I mean, I like her and stuff, but I really want to end up with Lily, so let's see if we can manage that. I decided that if I have the possibility to, you know, say, Amy, go away, I'll probably do that. Even though this is like really douchey. But I really want to end up with Lily if possible. But let's see. Didn't see you in the cafeteria, Hee-chan. Yeah, I decided it was too crowded there. Misha's grin gets even wider. Oh really? Are you sure you weren't participating in an illicit rendezvous? Oh my, so other people already know. What are you talking about? You were on the roof, right? With both Rin and Amy, no less, you Casanova, you. We just had lunch, that's all. Misha bursts into laughter, drawing the attention of several of my classmates. You're so adorable when you blush like that, Hee-chan. She gives me a conspirational wink. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me, yeah. I'm sure that's true. There is no secret. Oh? Misha seems disappointed, and then brightens up. Time will tell. Yeah. I don't know what the hell she's talking about, but blessedly our teacher comes in and the class starts. Good thing the teacher is there. Another day of class has finally dragged itself to a close. Unexpectedly, I managed to stay awake for the whole day. I'm pretty sure that counts as a miracle. My legs seem unwilling to stand up for a moment. Yeah, I ran in the morning, right? Yes, I did. I guess the run took a lot. Okay. I guess the run took a lot out of me. I head down the hallway and make my way to my room. I sit down and half-heartedly chip away at my homework for a while, feeling like a vulture picking at a particular unsavory carcass. It knows this is what it eats, but it's not sure that I shouldn't be ordering takeout instead. I don't think I can take this, but it's important to get my work done. Now, let's see. What was I supposed to be looking over again? I know it's a losing battle, but I fight it anyway. Halfway through my math homework, I put my pencil down. This isn't working. I need distraction. Unfortunately, my options for distractions are rather slim. I'm not in the mood to read right now. Kenji is unusually out of his room at the moment. Whoa. Whoa, what is he doing? He's doing something evil, I know it, and I love it. If I go to the student council room, I'll just end up doing work for those two. And heaven only knows where everyone else is, except for... Well, I suppose that's an option. Oh, please. Go to Hanako. You know, we all know Hanako's in the library. Don't go for Amy. She wants to make... She is too... sports and health obsessed. I'm not dealing with this. No! Hanako's in the library. Please. You know, the only thing I don't like about this game so far is that I can't decide what I am doing. You know, only because I ran too much with Amy means I end up with Amy? Oh, come on. I grab my shoes and head for the track. Amy's probably down there. Track practice is just ending as I arrive at the track. The sun is beginning to dip low in the sky. Has it really gotten that late already? What are you doing here, Hisao? Come to spy on me, have you? Oh no. I give a shrug. To be honest, I'm not sure why I'm down here. Yeah, you could be at Hanako in the library, but hey. I didn't have anything better to do. I figure that's about right. At the moment, Amy is the only person I can think of who I could visit. I could think of Hanako, but okay. So I'm your last resort, am I? Yeah. Nobody cool around, so I'll just go see Amy. Is that what you thought? Yeah. She actually looks angry. Chance for some teasing of my own presents itself. Oh. Okay, here we are. Amy pouts, widening her eyes to give the maximum amount of puppy dog resemblance. Kidding, I was kidding. No, I was not. So you are down here to stalk me? Yeah. Wait, what? That's not what I meant. Why would I stalk you anyway? It's not like you require stalking. If you're not asleep or in class, you're down here, right? Amy laughs at this comment. Well, you're not all wrong, I suppose. But you forgot about eating. I do that too, you know. Ah, screw you, Facebook. Screw you, Facebook. I'm not conceding the point. Alright, now I'm like really pissed. Ah. Alright. And I closed it. Plus I hang out with Rin sometimes too. So really I might take some effort to stalk. What do you do together anyway? You don't seem to have a lot in common. She puts her hands on her hips and assumes a superior air. That's what you think. I've got all sorts of hidden hobbies, you know. I don't think so. You're a cliché girl. Oh really? Like what? Amy puts her head on the side as if she's trying to remember what it is she does in her free time. Well, Rin and I go out shopping sometimes. I guess that makes sense. Amy is a girl after all. But Rin? Rin comes with you? We usually swing by the art supply store. Plus, she likes this music store that sells all kinds of weird sounding stuff. She says it helps her focus. That makes a little more sense. I see. Any other hidden hobbies? Amy wags her finger at me. Now, why would I go and reveal all my dark secrets to you? We hardly know one another. Yeah, that's right. Somehow I think that's all that Amy has in the way of hobbies. Still, I don't think my question has been answered. Even if you do have a few hobbies, I still don't see why you hang out with Rin so much. I mean, she is kind of weird, isn't she? Sometimes I don't even know what to say to this guy, because he is so douchey. Like, so really douchey. This comment causes Amy to laugh loudly. Ha! That's the understatement of the year! So why? I mean, you're a lot better at conversation and stuff, so I figure you hanged out with a lot of people, but I think I've only ever seen you with Rin. Oh my god, I hate you, Hisao. From the deepest of my heart, I hate you. Amy seems unusually defensive. Hey, I hang out with plenty of people that aren't Rin. You just don't see me doing it because I'm not in your classes. Well, is it wrong to hang out with Rin? Did I miss anything? Okay, but that still doesn't explain why you hang out with Rin. I'm not even sure why I want to know this. I'm not even sure why you're such a beastly asshole. I guess it is because lunch was so strange. Amy shrugs, looking for a moment very Rinish. It's because we have similar outlooks. If you were to ask me the least likely answer to my question, that would be it. What do you mean? It's like... Okay, Rin paints and stuff, right? Yeah. I'm not sure where this is going. Well, I ran. And that's why we are similar. You lost me, because you're an idiot. Amy frowns as if trying to figure out her answer. Well, maybe it's that we do things for the same reasons. Huh? You know, we follow our passions, right? So you're passionate about running and Rin is passionate about art, is that it? Well, sort of. Let me think. Well, Rin explained it to me once, but I don't know how much of it I followed. Not surprising. I think any explanation from Rin would probably confuse anyone. She says we both chase after an extreme. Like she's always trying to find a new way to show a particular feeling or something. And I run because of the feeling I get from it. That is better than sex, remember that, people. And since we don't allow ourselves to be slowed down, oh, that's she. And since we don't allow ourselves to be slowed down by anything, we make a connection based on that. What do you mean slowed down by anything? Amy looks surprised and points to her legs. You know, because I'm a runner, and Rin's a painter even without arms. So we respect each other's determination. And that's why we hang out. I think. Well, I'm not sure that made any sense to me, but from Amy's sheepish expression, she's not sure about it either. Yeah, why is friendship the new kind of science? Do you have to explain, like, everything? Honestly, it's not something I think about much. Yeah, that's better. You know, you're just getting some plus points with me. We just get along. I think that's really all that matters. Right. I suppose she's got a point there. Thank you, Hisaos. One time you are not a douche. Another question strikes me, and since I've got nothing better to do, I ask it. So what got you into running, anyway? Oh, I've been running since I was little. My dad was a runner, and so as soon as I could walk, he started teaching me how to run. It was our father-daughter thing, you know. Our own mutual hobby. But then, yeah, you already see it on her face. Then something happened. A shadow crosses her face, and I'm shocked to see her looking sad. Something happened between them. Yeah, he probably didn't want to run anymore when she had no legs or something like that. Man, I don't have a lot of time left. Sorry, but I've got to get a few more laps in before I go to see the nurse. She races off around the track, hair streaming in the wind. It seems to me she's going a lot faster than she was this morning. As she rounds the track, I catch a glimpse of her face. It's much the same as it was the morning, because it's the same picture, but the arms seem to have taken on a harder edge. I guess she's right. I don't really know much about her. I watch her run a little, and then stand up to head back to my room. Hey! She spots me leaving and waves to catch my attention. Don't forget, same time tomorrow morning, got it? Got it. I head back to my room. Homework bacons. Bacon. I can't sleep. My body's tired, but my mind is kept awake, staring at the ceiling in the hollow darkness of my room. I grasp desperately for a thread of thought, hoping that I can run my brain into the ground. All I can think of is how I can't think of anything. This is not productive at all. I wonder if this is a side effect of my medication, though it seems odd for it to take so long to show up. Then again, maybe I'm just not as used to my new surrounding as I'd like to think. I don't know, but for whatever reason, I'm awake and I shouldn't be. This is ridiculous. Hello? Game? Huh. Ah, here we go. Ignoring my body's stiffness, I get out of bed and look at my clock. 4 in the morning. Last time I checked it was only 1. So maybe I slept a little. I don't know. I throw on some clothes and head out of my room. A walk might do some good. Oh, please let me meet someone else than Amy. Okay. I should stop being a douche myself. She's cool. She's nice and all that stuff. But you know... well, let's see. I'm surprised at how chill the air is compared to the relative warmth of the day. I can almost see my breath as I wander the campus, waiting for the sun to come up or for me to fall asleep. At this point, either option works for me. I find myself at the track, where for the first time Amy's not out running. I suppose that makes sense. It's too early, even for her. The bleacher seats are cold, but at this point I welcome the sensation. The sun is starting to show its face over the horizon, and I know with an awful it's getting really brighter, I think. And I know with an awful certainty that I'll get no more sleep tonight. The sun's steadily strengthening rays start to warm me up, and I watch the dew on the ground begin to steam slightly. My mind calms down a little, and I fall asleep. Someone is shaking me. Hey, wake up! Huh? Well, what? I guess I fell asleep after all. What are you doing out here? You're going to catch a cold or something. I rub my eyes and am confronted by Amy, who bends over me with a worried expression. I'm still a little groggy, so my response comes out in a mumble. Couldn't sleep. Watched the sun come up. Sounds like something Rin would say. I shrug, feeling the stiffness that comes with sleeping on a bench for a few hours. Is it? I wouldn't know. Amy grins a little at my somewhat cranky response. So couldn't sleep, eh? Obviously, we need to run you harder today. Even though I've only known her for about a week, this seems a very Amy-ish response to the problem. Hey, my body was plenty exhausted after yesterday. My mind was just racing, that's all. I don't see the difference. If you run hard enough, your brain will get tired too. I'm seriously questioning the wisdom of doing the first thing in the morning. Oh wait, what did it say? I'm questioning the wisdom of doing this first thing in the morning. Ah, okay. I don't know if my grades will be able to handle me tiring my brain out like this. Yeah. Amy pulls me up from the bleachers with surprising strength for someone her size. Yeah, she does sports. Different than you. But I'm okay with that. Not that this is anything bad. Ah, come on, Hisao. We've got work to do. I don't actually know if I'm up to this today, to be honest. I mean, I obviously didn't get much sleep. And what sleep I got was on the bleachers. I don't know, should I really be running? Amy glares at me. Good heavens. What are you talking about? Of course you should be running. How else do you expect to work out the kinks? You've been sleeping on the bleachers, for heaven's sake. The best way to get that soreness out is to run around a little. Now stop hiding in the bleachers and get down here. There's no arguing that. I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I didn't do as she said. I get to my feet and hop down to the track. The sun is warming things up rather nicely, I think. Amy and I begin to stretch out, and I find myself once again hard-pressed not to stare. Yeah, now comes the pervert stuff. If this is how I have to wake up every day, I might be able to get used to this. Wink wink. You know, Hisao, it's not polite to stare. Alright people, now it's going this way again. I wasn't staring, I swear. Amy raises an eyebrow and considers me for a minute, as evaluating my response. There's a brief moment where I'm afraid of my life. For my life. But then she smiles and laughs, shaking her head slowly. Honestly, you didn't have to deny it so strenuously. Yeah. Something like this never happens in reality. If this was reality, or maybe I don't know. I'm so long out of school I don't even remember anymore. In response, I clap my hands together and go for a change of subject. That's good. So, that's enough stretching, right? Amy gives a casual shrug. Do you feel stretched? That's really how you tell. Well, I do feel up to the run, if that's what she means. Yeah, I feel ready to go. Same as yesterday, okay? We'll just run for a mile at a steady pace. Don't worry about going really fast. Just worry about keeping the pace, got it? You are the boss. And there we go again. Amy grins again, and we take off around the track. I think I'm going to die. We're not even done with the first laps, and my legs are on fire. My breath is coming in ragged gasps. I can feel sweat pouring down my brow, and we've only just now rounded the second turn. Come on, Hisao, you've got 3 more laps to go. I can't do this. Didn't we run 4 laps yesterday? I can't do this. I can't do this. I think I might hurl. Somehow we're on the second lap. Amy's not even sweating. How can she do this so effortlessly? For some reason I'm still moving. She's like a machine. Third lap. What happened to the second? Almost there, Hisao. Liar, we've got another 2. Nothing to be done. I can't do this. Amy whirls around and begins running backwards. Her face is a mask of anger that surprises me. Never say that. If you say that, you'll have already lost. Yeah, that's the motivation of idiots. Never worked with me. Or maybe I'm the idiot because it never works with me. Keep moving! If you're alive, you can keep moving, damn it! Whoa! Whoa, language! We're on the 4th lap now. She really seems to want me to keep going. Legs move, move! They feel so sluggish. I'm in mud, or molasses, or tar. I can't go on. I'll go on. Final stretch, Hisao. Give it all you've got. I pump my legs as fast as they go. They keep refusing to obey my commands. Somehow I keep moving. And somehow I finish. That's Hisao. That's it, Hisao. I knew you had it in you. The anger Amy showed a lap ago is gone, replaced with pride. She's positively radiant, like she just won the gold medal or something. I stagger to a stop and fall to my hands and knees, gasping for air. My heart is pounding far harder than it has in a long time. I don't think it's done this since... Oh god. I knew Amy would kill me. I knew Amy would kill me. Amy! You dirty, dirty woman. Please slow down, heart. Just slow down. Stop racing. I cough and for some reason feel a grin crossing my face. So this is how I die, huh? Really? Trying to stay healthy? How ironic. I'm all ready to give up right there. But then I feel my heart slow down. 2 hands grab under my arms and tug upwards. I look up and see Amy standing over me with a mixture of delight and worry. On your feet! Come on, you'll never catch your breath that way. Somehow I manage to stand. I try to raise my arms above my head, but they feel like lead. I start to walk around the track while Amy keeps close to me, like she's afraid I'll fall over or something. She may not be far off. I feel terrible and say so. Amy laughs. But you finished, didn't you? I will die for sure with Amy. For sure, I told you like 2 parts ago. Or 1, I don't even remember, but I already said, Amy is my death. Well, maybe not the healthy eating, that might be good for a patient with a heart condition, but this running nonsense, this will probably kill me. Like for 100% kill me. Oh man, oh man, oh man. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Ah, well, going on. You said you couldn't, but you did. Isn't that worth it? I'm not sure, and I don't really have the breath to say so. That small grin I felt on my face earlier hasn't left. So what if my heart is weak? I still survived this morning. Maybe I'll survive tomorrow too. Or maybe you'll die tomorrow. I'm pretty sure you'll die tomorrow. As soon as it becomes apparent that I'm not going to suddenly keel over, Amy takes off on her sprints. I don't know how the hell she can manage to sprint after running a mile, but I guess she's in much better shape than me. Once again, as I walk around the track, I can't help watching Amy sprint. Yeah, I don't get enough of this picture. It's weird, but she's like a different person when she's pushing herself. Last time I noticed her eyes. This time it's her mouth that catches my attention. She's not wearing her normal grin. She's still smiling. There's a tightness to it. It's almost grim, like she's fighting a losing battle but doesn't care. She seems to be running harder like she did yesterday. Yeah, it really seems like we're surrounded but we won't give up smile. Really seems that way. Sweat has started to pour down her face, but she keeps going. Today the game doesn't like me very much. Alright. As she passes me once more, legs pumping, arms swinging in time and her lips slightly parted, she looks beautiful. After we've both taken some laps around the track to cool down, Amy changes back to her usual self. The transformation I saw in her is gone. Not bad today, Hisao. There's almost admiration in her voice. What do you mean? I would have stopped if you hadn't yelled at me. Amy colors a little, seemingly embarrassed about her outburst. Sorry about that. I just can't stand to see people give up. Well, I give up. Really. I give up. I don't want to run. Really, I don't want to. Especially about something like this. Saying I can't go on is silly when you're obviously going on while you're saying it. On the one hand, you have a point. On the other hand, I don't want to run. I mean, it's admirable to always go on and stuff. And in many think it's true. But you know, running isn't my passion. If I had a passion, and I wouldn't give up. Yeah, that's something I admire. If I'm running to make perverted jokes in the beginning about you, that's not something I admire. Well, if not me, I'm always mixing up me and Hisao. Even though I always say Hisao is a douche. Maybe I'm thinking about myself that I'm a douche. Well, anyway. That's what this is all about. What, saying silly things? Amy sticks her tongue out at me. Idiot. I mean showing that you're alive. Showing I'm alive, huh? I didn't know it had to be so painful. But it does feel pretty good, despite that. Besides, this is one of the hardest ways. What do you mean? Whenever you start a workout, it's difficult the first day, really hard the second day, and then the third day is easier. Well, let's see. You'll still get days that are really hard, but they pop up less and less. So this will eventually get really easy, huh? Yeah, of course. Then you have to increase the difficulty, or you'll never get ahead. You'll just get complacent, and you'll lose the sense of accomplishment. So I'll have to run more than just 4 laps, huh? Yep, but not for a while. You'll have to be careful, you know. A thought strikes Amy, and her face lights up. Got it? Got what? You can come with me to see the nurse. That way you won't fall over dead or anything. Oh, charming. When? Right now, of course. You'll need to shower and everything, right? We don't have much time then. Grabbing my hand, she's off pulling me along with her. My goodness, but you're in a hurry today, aren't you, Amy? Where's the cool nurse music? Well, I have no idea how we got to the nurse's office so fast, but here we are. Ah, there it is. Okay. The nurse grins at Amy and seems to completely ignore me. We've got plenty of time to take a shower and get to class, you know. There's no need to run through the hallways like that. We could hear you coming a mile away. Somehow it doesn't seem like he's actually scolding Amy at all. It's like this is a sort of routine between the two of them. Amy does a passable imitation of remorse. I'm sorry, I won't ever do it again. Yeah. The nurse and Amy both laugh at some private joke. Suddenly it seems that he notices me. Ah, hello Hisao. What brings you here? Well, Hisao has officially joined me on my morning runs. I start to explain, but Amy cuts me off. I thought he might need to visit you so that he doesn't die or anything. The nurse raises his eyebrows in mock horror. Yes, that would certainly put me out of a job fast, wouldn't it? Well then, Hisao, let's have a look at you. Lift up your shirt, would you? So that's how it goes, huh? I'm suddenly very conscious of the fact that Amy is in the room with me and blush in spite of myself. Yeah. The nurse seems to sense my discomfort, but it only seems to amuse him. A bit shy, are we? He makes an apologetic bow to Amy. Sorry, Amy, I tried to get you a free show, but it doesn't seem to have worked. Amy stiffens slightly and fires a look of annoyance at him. Wow, you're an asshole. Amy bows to me apologetically. I'll wait outside, okay, Hisao? Yeah, well, that's good manners. I begin to stammer that it's not really a big deal, she doesn't have to leave, but she's already out the door and the nurse is laughing as he watches her go. Still got it. Ha! I don't follow. He laughs again, like he's in on some joke that's over my head. I can still get her flustered. It's a competition of sorts we've had going on for a while now. That sounds incredibly sinister to me, and it seems as if the nurse realizes that too. That sounded a little worse than it actually is, come to think of it. I wasn't going to say anything. No, you're right. I should fill you in so that you don't get the wrong idea. I'm actually relatively new here, you see. I got hired on the same year Amy started going here. Before that I worked with Amy doing her initial rehab following her accident. Hold on, what? We had to amputate her legs after a really nasty car wreck. Nearly killed her and succeeded. He shuts up abruptly. I blink at receiving this unexpected piece of news. That's not my place to say. Anyway, we've known each other for quite a while. So we have a slightly more familiar relationship than a strictly professional. Alright, she was hit by the car while running with her dad. Remember I said that. He seems embarrassed, like he's doing something stupid. I guess he's really worried about that. I wave a hand to let him know that it's not a big deal. Don't worry, sir. I promise I'm going to be discreet. I had been wondering about what caused Amy to lose her legs, and that was one of the scenarios I thought of. There were only so many ways that could have happened, but actually hearing about the facts, it's still a little shocking. Well, thanks. Well, thanks. You're a good kid, Hisaos. I can see why Amy becomes friends with you. She's quite indomitable, you know. What do you mean? You didn't see her learning to walk. She'd go for so much longer than the others in the hospital. She refused to quit. Normally it takes years to get to a point where you can even think about running again. Amy did it in about a year. All in about a year. He almost seems proud of her, like a father who watches his daughter win a competition or something. Hell, she'd probably have done it faster if not for the fact that we wouldn't let her. Wouldn't let her? Why not? Because she'd go for so long that her legs would start bleeding where they met her prosthetics. It's a real concern. That's why she comes by every day after she runs. To say nothing of the risk of infection if her legs get cut up and her prosthetics are dirty. But enough about that. If we don't get you on your way soon, Amy will think we're up to something. As he says this, he gives a wink and begins checking my heartbeat. The stethoscope is way too cold. He really should have heated it up or something before he used it. Yeah, that's what doctors do. Well, not really, but you know. After a few moments, he leans back, satisfied. Well, you sound pretty good to me, Hisaos. You didn't have any chest pains while you were running, did you? No, not really. I had some trouble catching breath, though, and my heart was racing by the end, too. The nurse frowns as I say this, but then shrugs. It's probably just because you're out of shape. But if you don't improve, then you should let me know, okay? Don't push yourself too much. And of course, if you have any chest pains, come to me immediately, right? I put my shirt back on and the nurse leans out of the doorway to call in Amy. What took you so long? Now I'm going to be late. The nurse gives me a significant look. I was just seducing Hisaos, that's all. What? Come on. What have I told you about seducing my friends? I'd expected Amy to be shocked by this, but instead she seems merely annoyed, scolding the nurse as if he were a child stealing cookies. Meanwhile, I try not to blush at the nurse's innuendo. I'll try not to do it again, though I fear young Hisaos might be lost to the female gender forever. Not freaking likely. I didn't mean to say that out loud, but both the nurse and Amy regard me for a moment before bursting into laughter again. Told you he was funny, didn't I? Huh. I guess Amy does talk to the nurse about a lot of stuff. Well, Hisaos, you should probably get moving. You still need a shower before class starts, don't you? Crap, he's got a point. And it looks like I've only got half an hour. Thanks for your time. I'll see you later, Amy. I dash out of the rooms as the nurse begins to remove Amy's prosthetics. As I head down the hallway, I can just barely hear his voice drifting after me. Amy, you've got to be more careful. I make it back to my room and shower in record time. It occurs to me that I've already been up for 4 hours, and class hasn't even started yet. This is going to be a really, really long day. I hope I don't fall asleep in class. A new day. Usually, or just a change of scenery. No, a new day. Alright, so it's going to be Amy. They don't even show the others anymore. It's going to be Amy. Okay, well then we take Amy. The morning sunlight streaming through my window wakes me up instead of my alarm. and I realized that it must be Sunday. Amy has kindly deigned to give me weekends off from our morning runs. I don't actually know if I woke up at all yesterday, or if I just slept through the entire day. My legs groan in protest as I lever myself out of bed. All this running has really taken it out of me. Still, I can't deny that Amy wasn't lying to me. It has gotten a little easier. I'd been worried that the runs would start to wear out my nerves, but thus far I haven't minded them that much. Well, it's only been a week. I suppose there's plenty of time for me to start dreading the sound of my alarm in the morning. Not that I could ever skip out now. As Amy said, it's harder to stop a routine when there's another person. And frankly, I don't think I'm equipped to deal with a disappointed Amy. She'd probably give me those puppy dog eyes and I'd feel terrible about myself. Which reminds me, wasn't I supposed to be somewhere today? Hey, you're coming to my track meet on Sunday, right? What am I talking about? Of course you are. Because I'm your boss, right? Those puppy dog eyes again. Of course I'm going. I owe you, right? For what? Exactly, so don't forget, okay? Man, she owns my whole life now. It's like we are married. Wow, joke of the... This was like the best joke I ever made. Haha. Well, grab Amy's track meet. I'd better get a move on it, if I don't want to miss her running, since she's the only reason I'm even considering going. Otherwise it would defeat the whole purpose of going. And so I soon find myself quite suddenly surrounded by a crowd of people, all turning out to see our track team compete with another school like this one. I'll admit it, it's almost comforting to know we're not the only school like this. After you see that there can be two schools with a bunch of defective kids, well, you stop feeling so defective. You also stop feeling unique, which is in most cases would be a bad thing, but in this case it sure as hell isn't. That's part of Yamaku's appeal, I guess. Learn that you're not unique. Hell, learn there's a lot of others who would kill to be saddled with your problem instead of what they're dealing with. Yeah, no, I don't think stuff works like that, you know. I don't think someone with no arms thinks it would be great if I would have no feet because or something like this, or oh my god, this guy with no arms or no feet has it much worse than me. I don't think it works that way. But what do I know? Some of the kids here aren't because they're missing a leg or they have a heart condition. Some of them might be here because they're as good as dead in 2, maybe 3 years if they're lucky. Well, that is really bad. Okay, that is like really bad, but okay. And that's only if they get the right sort of care. It's a bit a sort of comfort to be able to say, well, at least I've got a chance of being alive through college. But there it is. I'm brought out of my rather morbid musings by the appearance of Rin near the entrance to the bleachers. You came. Of course, I said I wouldn't, did I? Didn't I? I would, didn't I? That doesn't necessarily imply that you had to follow through. Lots of people say things and don't mean them true. Well, I don't. Rin shrugs. Seemingly bored with our conversation, she turns on her heel and heads back towards the stands. I owe Amy money now. Why is that? I didn't think you'd show up. Amy did. So I owe her 500 yen. You two bet an awful lot, don't you? Another shrug from my armless companion. I don't think so. We enter the bleachers and Rin nods upwards. Up there. I came out to see if you'd come. For the bet, I presume. Rin leads the way and we've settled down on an almost empty bench. Who's that? Oh, probably her mother or something like that. Amy's mother. There's an older woman sitting next to Rin. Someone's mother, I assume. Ah, he's as intelligent as me. She's got rather long hair, done up in a braid. On seeing Rin, she gives her an oddly familiar-seeming grin. Well, this is surprising. I thought you went to get a snack, not a boy. Huh? A snack? I wondered why I was down there. The woman laughs again in a way that seems familiar. So she's Amy's mother. Where have I seen her before? Well, I suppose you've always been one to go out for one thing and bring back another. But I'm being rude, I haven't introduced myself. I'm Meiko Ibarazaki, yes, Amy's mother. I remembered the last name. Family name. Pleased to meet you. So you call her Meiko and not Mrs. Ibarazaki? Okay, well that explains it. She's like a taller, older, and better endowed Amy. Better endowed? I'm glad I don't know what this means for 100%, but it sounds a little bit weird. Apart from her hair being a darker shade than Amy's, there's really no mistaking the resemblance. Sorry, I'm Hisao Nakai. And really, you don't have to apologize for not introducing yourself, Mrs. Ibarazaki. Well, at least he says Mrs. Ibarazaki, although the little text up there says Meiko. That's really Rin's job in this situation, isn't it? Yeah, actually it is, but you can't expect that from Rin. Another laugh from Amy's mother. I take it you've not known Rin for that long then. It's best not to expect her to remember something like that. She's got other things to think about, I assume. Rin nods, seeming pleased by this assessment. She's right. I was thinking about sunsets. You see, it's really up to us to make introductions and the like. For lack of any better response, I nod. Mrs. Ibarazaki leans back a little on her seat and raises an eyebrow. So, how long have you and Rin been dating? My response consists of silence as my brain suddenly lurches into gear. But just before I can begin to utter a hastily babbled explanation, Amy's mother bursts into laughter again. Ha, you're a blusher, aren't you? Oh, you're that kind of douchey. I don't know if there's any way to keep my dignity in this situation, so I settle for a mumbled response. Maybe. So this must be a new romance then, mustn't it? Wait, that's not the question, that... Another laugh. I know, but it's funny to watch you squirm. I'm sorry, forgive an old woman. Forgive an old woman her amusements. Old woman? She sure doesn't look that old to me. Clearly Amy gets her youthful features from her mother. I suppose I can let it go. How kind of you. You're already flirting with the mother. You're a bad kind of person. It's starting. Oh, cool pic. I direct my attention. So she runs with people who have no hands and stuff, and she has no legs? That's... oh well. She's able to... that's actually interesting. There is a German jumper who's doing, you know, the long jumps, and there was a discussion if he could go to the European Championships, not for people with you know, disabilities, but to the usual. And they said he, you know, his prosthetics or whatever it is called are too good for that. So it isn't fair to, against the guys with, yeah, normal legs, let's put it like that. So just letting you know, the world is getting more and more fascinating. And the technique, man. I direct my attention to the track where they are preparing for the first sprint. It looks like the 400-meter dash. My eyes scan the runners before finding Amy. She's smiling with an almost cocky look on her face. Well, she's on the left. That's on the far left. That's usually not the best position. The starter raises his pistol, and there you go. Amy explodes off the block, disappearing from the starting line in a blur. It's amazing. Even as the other sprinters converge on the lanes closer to the inside line, Amy surges to the front of the pack. By the time she runs the final turn, some of other runners have caught up with her. Their efforts come to naught, though, since a final burst of speed from Amy leaves them at least a half-second behind. Mrs. Ibarazaki whoops and shouts, applauding wildly and generally looking like any other parent cheering on their child. Or maybe her father died in this car accident. That's also possible. Amy bounds off the track, looking pleased with herself. I just realized that because only the mother is there. So two possible things. The father doesn't want to run anymore because Amy has a disability. That would really suck. Or her father is dead. What would really suck too. So let's see. Amy bounds off the track, looking pleased with herself. I cheer right along with the rest of them. The announcer, sounding suspiciously like Misha, gleefully gives the results. I think she's gotten faster since the last time. That was incredible. Mrs. Ibarazaki grins proudly. Amy's a heck of a runner. We fall silent as the next event is being prepared. I'm surprised to see Amy striding out onto the track again. Wait, didn't she just run? Amy's mother nods. Yes, but she runs multiple events for the team, especially the sprints. It's a lot of running, but Amy can handle it. From the looks of things, she's right. Amy doesn't appear to be tired, as if she hadn't run the previous event at all. If not for the sweat visible on her shirt, you'd never know. Which event is this? It's the 200-meter dash. She'll do this one, the 100-meter, and the relay. I see. Once again the pistol sounds, and once again Amy flies off the block. A thumping sound draws my attention away from the race. It's Rin's foot. She seems completely absorbed in the race. Amy's mother cheers again, and I assume that the race is over. Sprints don't seem to me like they take very long to complete. Your foot? Huh? Your foot was bouncing on the bleachers. Oh, you seem pretty into this stuff. I'm surprised. Rin looks at me quizzically. Why wouldn't I be? No reason, I just thought that stuff like sports wouldn't interest you. I suppose you're right. It's not that interesting. But I'm watching Amy, not the sport. I don't follow. Amy's the most Amy when she runs. You don't get to see Amy at her Amiest very often. But here you can, see? She directs my attention toward the track again, where the 100-meter dash is about to start. I watch Amy closely. Yeah, you don't start like that in a 100-meter dash, I'm just saying. As she gets onto her start blocks, her whole body seems to relax, but it's a false relaxation. You can see that she's actually like a coiled spring. As the starter tells everyone to get set, her head snaps up and her eyes narrow slightly. Her mouth curls upward in what could be a grin and could be a growl. When the pistol goes off, my god, how many times did I have seen this picture already? When the pistol goes off, it's as if she's been unleashed from a cage, like she was always moving at this blinding speed, but we couldn't see it happening until the starter's pistol dispelled the illusion of motionlessness. It's all over in a few seconds, but in those few seconds I feel like I just witnessed something very personal for Amy. As soon as she crossed the finish line, the fierce look was replaced by her normal grin. The conquering general returning to his farm. Amazing. She's really amazing. I've never seen anyone move that fast. Well, don't look at me. I'm far too relaxed to run that fast. No, I think Amy's prowess all came from her father's side. At the mention of Amy's father, Mrs. Ibarazaki looks wistful, almost sad. He got her into running, you know. Yeah, she told me. I'm uncertain as to whether or not it would be rude of me to ask after Amy's father. But after that look on her face a few days ago, I feel compelled to ask. Where is her father now, if I might ask? Amy's mother hesitates, clearly not willing to answer the question, but at the same time not wishing to appear rude. He isn't around anymore. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up bad memories. Amy just seemed a little sad when she mentioned him earlier. It's not surprising, considering. They were very close. I see. A beeping noise suddenly emanates from Mrs. Ibarazaki's pocket. Reaching into it, she pulls out a cell phone and looks at it. Honestly, text messages? What is he, 16? Huh? Oh, nothing. I've got to meet up with a friend of mine. Will you tell Amy I'm very proud of her and that I'll call her later tonight? Of course. Oh, that's strange. Well, I think that is a good point to stop. So, the father isn't around. What could that mean? So, it could mean that he is dead. Yeah, I think you wouldn't say it in English like that. If he was dead, you wouldn't say, oh, well, he isn't around anymore. Yeah, I at least think. I wouldn't say it. Neither in German nor in English. If someone is dead, you don't say he isn't around anymore. So, but it might be some weird Japanese way that we don't understand to talk not directly about the topic, but in your own way, you know. So, I don't know what to expect. Well, one thing at least is for sure, we are stuck with Emi. We are definitely stuck with Emi. So, nothing we can do about... There's nothing we can do about that. The only thing I can do about that is that if it's really as soon as we have the Emi ending, we will go for the Lily ending. If there's one, I have to look up if there's one, I don't know. Maybe there isn't an ending for everyone. Maybe I should, maybe only for one of the two pairs, you know, Shizuna and Misha and so on, Lily and Hanako, Emi and Rin. So, yeah. Let's see. So, thank you so much for watching. Come back for more and, well, see you then. Bye bye.